Man, this gameplay was so amazing. Okay, first off, I don't care what anybody says. I see some haters out there talking about the CGI and all that type of stuff. Look, this gameplay was phenomenal. They revealed my boy Kenshi, so I can't be mad about anything else. So I'm gonna make a series of videos directing on just the lore itself, talking about the lore perspective, with the information that we just got. Some may say there's little to no information, but I see quite a bit, plus more theorizing on the horizon. First, leave a comment about your favorite part from this trailer. Mine personally was Johnny and Kenshi facing off for Setho. Again, y'all know I love to discuss the lore and the world building within books, movies, and yes, games. And man, Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite worlds to dive into. So first off, Ed Boon clarifies his words. I made a video recently about how it was a little confusing. Maybe it was just, I took it wrong or he misspoke or whatever. But he said like this had nothing to do with MK11. But this time he clarifies it and says, like we last saw Liu Kang evolve and he creates a new storyline, and that's where this takes place. And in this story, oh man, he wasn't lying when he said familiar characters within a new perspective, and how we're gonna have just completely different roles, and basically everything just kind of flipped on us. I think someone else tweeted recently about how we're gonna have characters and stories and all that type of stuff is gonna be tampered from Liu Kang. Let's start off with the obvious, and many of you guessed it. Scorpion and SubZero are brothers. Yeah, I did see several people who was like maybe they're brothers or whatever, or maybe they're at least part of the same, the Lin Kuei tribe, because they both do have Lin Kuei symbols on their clothing. And yeah, man, it's pretty sick. I just learned recently that in the OG storyline, the Shirarayu started from the Lin Kuei. There was a character named Takeda, not the new combat kid Takeda, but there was an older Takeda who was part of the Lin Kuei. And apparently, if I'm getting this correctly, the Lin Kuei was Chinese. He was a Japanese fighter, part of the Lin Kuei, but he broke apart. He learned that they broke apart, created the Shirarayu. And so later, then we have Scorpion. So it looks like we might be getting some of that from this game. I can't wait for the story. So hopefully the brothers stay together and they don't separate necessarily. They can do something like have the Shirarayu just be a split faction, still loyal to the Lin Kuei, and maybe Scorpion runs it. But I really do hope we have that brotherly bond and that there's no drama that breaks them apart. It looks like that's where we're getting period with this. Is not any type of repeats, but this brand new story altogether. So I don't see them going that full route. Hopefully they don't. I also think Scorpion will have fire powers naturally, much like Sub-Zero does. I don't think he's gonna come from like get his fire powers from hell. I don't believe he will be undead or even go down that route at all. But if anything were to echo the past, I think it would just Sub-Zero dying maybe, and because of that, maybe Scorpion goes on a revenge arc because now that's his brother, and maybe Kuo Liang, their third brother, could be the new Sub-Zero. I personally hope that's not the route, as I would love both Hanzo and Bihan to stay alive for a while this go around, since they are brothers. Like I really want to see that play out. I don't want that rushed at all. I just wanted to really get that dynamic of what it would be like to have Scorpion and Sub-Zero as brothers, not rivals, and just probably a deadly combination. Also, does that mean Scorpion is Hanzo or Kuo Liang? Or are there three brothers? We got Hanzo, Kuo Liang, and Bihan. We will know so much more very soon. Stay blessed and see you again soon.